Hi, I'm Jacqueline Hampton. I am here at the Columbus Lincoln Abrams Library to see a portrait of my brother, Columbus Lincoln Abrams Jr. Now let me tell you about him. And first of all, before I do, I am so proud to be in this. I call it a library, but it really is a media center. I am so proud to be in here with all the books that gives you all the knowledge in the world, just like my brother. He was the type of person that wanted to learn everything that he could. Reading, exploring, traveling, that's what he loved to do. And oh, wouldn't he have a good time just to know that his portrait is in this media center. Anyway, when I say Columbus Lincoln Abrams Jr., let me tell you about that Columbus and that Lincoln. Actually, we called him CL, or if I called him Junior, because that was my brother, Columbus Lincoln Abrams Jr. Anyway, the C stands for Columbus. You might want to look that up, boys and girls. Might want to find out that word Columbus, because I think you've heard it before. And the second letter is L, and that stands for Lincoln. You might want to check that name out too. But anyway, my brother was named after my father, and his name too was Columbus Lincoln Abrams Jr. Now, let me talk about my brother. He naturally is the oldest one. I'm the second one, and there was another brother named Larry, who was the younger one. Anyway, as we grew up, we always had things to do. By the way, I was the only girl, a boy older than me, and a young little brother under me. But anyway, we always loved to do different things. Now, CL, I'm gonna call him CL instead of Columbus right now, I always wanted to explore and find out what's happening. And whenever he wanted something, guess what? If it meant he had to ask mom or dad, he'd always come to me, and I'd have to be the one to go and ask. In other words, he would push me into stuff that I didn't know anything about. But most of the times we were able to get it. He was always a fun brother. As I said before, loved to do just venturous things, go fishing, just go outside and find other things that he could get into, and naturally he'd pull me along as well. But these were days that we enjoyed each other, and by the way, we did live in the country, did not live in the city at that time. Now, as he got older, he, like the rest of all of us, attended elementary school, attended junior high school, and also went to college. And after that, guess what? He ended up joining the Army. He was in the Army, I think, for about 2 years. But all these experiences that he had in attending school and being in the Army gave him more knowledge about what the world is all about. By the way, when I said he was in the Army, he was stationed in another country, not here in the United States, but I think the name of the place was called Stuttgart, Germany. And that's where he was for the time that he was in the Army. But when he came out, he was tried to decide on what he was going to do. And he ended up working for a company, and I can't think of the company right now, but he ended up being a manager for his department. He was well liked by all the employees that were under him, and always made sure that they were comfortable on their job, made sure that they were friendly to each other, and made sure that each one was treated and received respect from him as well as others. Now, looking at Columbus right now, I'm looking at how the tie that he's wearing. I'm looking at how he's standing. By the way, when you look at him, where he's standing there, this was natural one of his poses. Always had his hand in his pocket and the other hand out, looking around and checking and doing things. But as you look at him, he's looking at you thinking, I wonder what is she doing? I wonder what is he doing? I wonder if they're going to be able to gain all the knowledge that they can while they're here in the library, checking out many books. And he felt, and I'm sure he felt then, just by looking at you, with his picture looking at you, he's hoping that you will gain more knowledge and be able to go out into the world and just conquer and your career, as well as helping and other people, and as well as doing things for the country, trying to make sure that this will be a beautiful country. Anyway, Columbus also had a family. Now, whether you know it or not, he had 3 children, 1 son, older, he was the oldest one, and 2 daughters. And his youngest daughter was named Amanda. Amanda, by the way, does anybody know Amanda Johnson? Well, Amanda is his youngest daughter. Then there was another daughter named Angela. However, she does not live here in Mississippi. She lives in another state. And he has a son named Columbus Abrams as well. And anyway, he lives in New Zealand, not in America, but with his family, he lives in New Zealand. As I continue to talk about him, CL, and I keep saying Columbus, but I want to say CL, was well liked by everyone. He always treated everyone with respect and always showed compassion for them and always wanted everyone to be peace and at calm with whatever they were doing. As he did many things throughout this world, and by the way, he's passed on. He passed on in October of 2017. But as he did things while he was living on this earth, it was to show how much he loved his family, how much he cared for everyone, whether they were strangers or not. He never did meet a person that was a stranger to him. He always made that person feel happy, secure, and comfortable while being around him. Now, I hope that all of you enjoy looking at Columbus, because he loves to see you here in the Media Center, and he wants you to continue to come and learn as much as you can.